I think a lot of really smart business owners are starting to look at like smaller businesses and smaller options as a better solution. When you are working with a big box operation, you are really more of just a number on a spreadsheet somewhere. If you focus on maybe working with a smaller or a medium-sized firm, that relationship is much more important and much more valuable to that company.
Hey, welcome to CSI Accounting. I'm Jordan, and if you're a small business owner or just keeping an eye on the accounting world, you've probably heard about the recent shakeup at Bench Accounting. So what does this mean for their clients, and how can you make sure you're working with the right accounting partner to protect your business and avoid getting left in the dust? Today, I'm sitting down with Ryan, one of our go-to experts here at CSI, to break it all down and share some practical advice for business owners on choosing the right accounting partner. So let's go hear what he has to say. Ryan, thanks for joining us again today.
Always a pleasure to be here.
So there's been a lot going on in the news about Bench Accounting, or at least there has been recently. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, so Bench Accounting essentially is a software as a service that you're paying for that allows you to really automate a lot of your bookkeeping and producing financials and things like that. Really great for a lot of smaller businesses. However, in the recent days, there's been a lot of uncertainty as to whether or not the company was shutting down or if it was acquired. It sounds like they were acquired by another company, but what that means to a lot of their clients is no one knows. Are they going to continue to offer the same services? Are they going to continue to provide the same level of support and customer service? We don't know. So right now, a lot of unknowns for anyone that's using that. So can be a pretty hectic time for those folks.
Yeah, so I mean, any big transition like this is, or can be scary, especially for the clients involved. So what are some of the things that could potentially happen to these clients who are kind of up in the air right now?
Yeah. So I mean, this is not something that is unique just to Bench Accounting. I mean, when I sit down with clients, a lot of the times they are sitting down with me because the firm that they were working with had experienced a transition or an acquisition. Really worst case scenario is you don't know. There's no communication. There is very little follow through on what next steps are with this transition and like maybe being brought on with a new software, new account manager, whatever it might be. Very little communication, and that can really affect people in like their ability to do their job, right? I mean, that you'd have this partner on the bookkeeping and the accounting side to produce meaningful information for you to make decisions on. And if you don't have that, what are you supposed to do, right? So at this point, I mean, it's really a big question mark in terms of whether or not they're going to be moving forward with the service or not.
So what should these clients of Bench do then if they're starting to get worried about this situation or even feel like maybe they're not in good hands anymore?
I think if that's the case, they really should start looking into what their other options are. I think a lot of really smart business owners are starting to look at like smaller businesses and smaller options as a better solution. You're going to find a lot of these big box operations. There's going to be a lot of volatility, especially with just the way the economy and the market's trending. And unfortunately, when you are working with a big box operation, you are really more of just a number on a spreadsheet somewhere. So that relationship may not be as important, to a big box as it is to a smaller company. So I think a lot of really smart people see the value in a relationship. And I think you're going to see more of that relationship in that customer service if you focus on maybe working with a smaller or a medium-sized firm, where you as a client that relationship is much more important and much more valuable to that company.
Yeah, that's great. Can you tell us a little bit more maybe about the difference between some of these big box accounting or bookkeeping providers, especially like, software as a service, versus what we do at our firm, which is, monthly accounting?
Yeah. So really, I mean, with the big box operations, they can be really valuable. They may provide a lot of like services that you might not find, with smaller accounting firms. But keep in mind, they're really more geared towards larger companies that maybe are working in multiple countries. They just have a lot more going on. They might need certified financials. They might need audits and things like that done on a more consistent basis. That's going to be better for like a bigger, larger firm. Also, the clients that will work with those larger firms oftentimes will have accounting support within the company, where a lot of the small businesses, they might not have that. And that's where I think the smaller businesses are going to be better served by a smaller monthly accounting firm that is able to provide more of a monthly relationship, someone that you can sit down with consistently, someone that's also going to be managing and handling the bookkeeping at least on a monthly basis to produce those financials and be more of like a partner with you moving forward and less of like a transactional relationship that you'd be having at the end of the year.
So then when we're talking about business owners and their relationship with an accounting firm, whether they're saying a client of Bench right now, or they have a different accounting firm, or maybe they don't have an accountant at all, what advice would you give to them just so they don't run into a situation like this?
Yeah. And the reality is it's going to be impossible for you to avoid this situation entirely. In most cases, what I would recommend is just if you want to overcome this hurdle or this situation in the easiest possible manner and the most effective way, would be really just to know what your options are that are out there. Even if you have a really great relationship with your accounting firm, your accountant, your CPA, whoever it is, always shop around, always see what's out there, because you know what? At the end of the year, next couple of months, that relationship may fall apart or something may change where you need to move quickly. And the best way for you to move quickly is to be informed as to what your options are out there in the market.
All right, Ryan, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing you then.
Big changes like the situation at Bench can be nerve-wracking for those involved, but as we heard from Ryan, there are ways to stay prepared and hopefully avoid scares like this, like building a strong relationship with your accountant and working with a firm that supports you year-round. Also avoiding some of the big box services and knowing your options, and also just choosing a provider who really understands your unique business needs. At CSI Accounting, we're here to help small business owners just like you take control of your finances with confidence. So before you go, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insights and tips for small business success. And if you're looking for resources, check out our free small business accounting kit, linked in the description below. Curious about what it costs to work with a firm like CSI? Try our pricing calculator tool. And if you're ready to take action, schedule a free consultation with us today, all linked below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.